Hey there, fellow felines. This is Felicat, and welcome to the test Final Revelation, which, as you might have surmised, is the third and final installment. Excuse me. In the test trilogy. We already know what to expect, so let's get into it. Mm-hmm. Is that too loud? I can tame it down in editing if I need to, it's fine. Already have. Yes, I understand. Already have. I've already played them. Well then, let's continue. Make sure you answer each question honestly. So on and so forth. We know the drill by now, right? Who's our host this time? When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you, so that you will never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there. Your embrace so long I've missed, my soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven as you've rescued me from my hell. Well, that was certainly interesting. No matter what happens, I will always love you. What's going on here? Ah. Oh! Okay. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each droplet of my soul, I swear to you. We are going to find a way out of here. Okay, this is unexpected, to say the least. Wow, I wasn't expecting that at all. Secret stuff. Ah, it's destiny this time. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely I've been watching you. Studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. And a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I like this guy. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. Oh, honey, been there, done that. I will peel the emotion from your soul and make you eat your feelings whole. That's actually really unhealthy. Don't eat your feelings, you get super duper fat. Trust me, bad plan. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Oh my goodness, this guy's got a whole thing going. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wing or devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul 'tis burned. You need an apostrophe right there. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very, very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Oh, I love his sense of drama. Now, let the examination begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Frequently. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Actually, yes, I do feel like that. Well, maybe not. I don't know, this is a bit of a tough one for me. Because I don't have many people in my life. And I sometimes kind of feel a little bit like the onus is on other people to put effort into things because I can't drive to their house. I don't have a car. I don't call people because I hate talking on the phone. I just don't do it. But by the same token, nobody ever calls me. Nobody texts me either, so I don't know. Not in particular, I suppose. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? Dude, my life is going nowhere. Have you talked to your colleagues? Ask them about the last 2 games, okay? Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Dude, once again, hello, that is my life. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? I do sometimes, actually. Largely because a lot of these seemingly trivial tasks are things I'm not able to do anymore. I can't vacuum the carpet. Physically, literally can't do that. I could probably wash the dishes, but I'd have to take breaks. You know? My ability is rather limited in scope these days, so yes, I do feel that way. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Well, I mean, isn't everybody a little bit afraid of what might happen? I specifically am afraid that I'll never find another job or any kind of income again, and I'll end up being broke and homeless for the rest of my life, and that it won't be terribly long because of the first 2 things. So yeah, I'm afraid of that a lot. Do you believe your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? Don't really have very many friends. But, if I'm being perfectly honest, sometimes I feel like I try harder than other people try, you know? I feel like I put more effort into things. I feel like I offer more respect to other people than I receive in return. So, no, I don't think that people necessarily do. But then, do I? Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? I don't have a social circle. But no, I don't, because people in that circle that I have include nieces and nephews who are many, many years younger than I am. So no, I'm not afraid of that. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what that might mean for you? Afraid? No. Rather curious instead. I want to know what happens. Not anytime soon, mind you. I'm not, like, raring to go into the next whatever is after this life, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm curious about it. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? This is an interesting question. I mean, aren't they all really, though, in a way? But specifically for me, this is an interesting question because I know the answer to this. And as long as I have a single parent left alive, or, you know, my sister, people who actually do care, I know that the answer to this is yes. because my parents, specifically my father, had a great deal of difficulty with my conception. And I'm not even sure how much time, money, and effort into it. So yes, I know 100% that I am wanted. That's one thing I've never had to worry about. I know how desperately and how deeply my parents wanted me before I was ever even born. Not everybody can say that. So, I'm thankful that I know that. So yeah, I do. I know I am. I have been from the beginning. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? Dude, yes. So much. All the time. With almost everybody that I've met. Not that I don't like people, mind you. Even though I don't trust easily, and even though some things that some people do drive me crazy, I like most people that I meet. Pretty much everybody I've come across is just doing their best to live. Like I am. But yes, I often feel this way. Do you ever feel like a burden? Yes, I do. Because of the medical problems that I have, and because I can't find a job or anything to give any income into this situation, I feel like a burden all the time. Have you ever felt left out? Yes, I feel left out all the time. And I don't like to complain about stuff because it's a waste of energy and time, but I do get frustrated and quite frankly hurt when family gatherings take place and I'm not invited, or I don't even know they're happening until after they're over. It doesn't happen as much as it used to, but it hurts when that stuff happens, you know? I want to go to the zoo. I want to come to the kid's birthday. You know, I want to go see a movie. Ask me. I'll go. But yeah, I feel left out often because I am left out often. Have you ever felt like a failure? I feel like a failure right now. Like on a day-to-day basis. I feel like a failure for not being able to find the job. I feel like a failure because my body is actively seeming like it's fighting against me every single day. You know. And because everything I've ever tried to do has backfired or not gone anywhere. Even this channel, which no one watches, has not gone anywhere. So I failed at that too. I have failed at literally everything I've ever tried to do in my entire life. It gets rather disheartening after a while. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Oh my god! Of course I have! I'm fat, okay? I'm not gonna make any two bones about it. I am F-A-T fat, okay? I'm trying to make efforts to change that about myself because I want to be healthier, not because I care so much about how I look. Although that does bother me sometimes too. But I want to be healthier, and that means for me being thinner. And that would be a positive change for me in so many ways if I could just get it to happen. But besides that, I mean, besides the physical stuff, I'm not attractive in that way either. I have no money, I have no job, I have no wife, I have no car. I have nothing. I would not date me. Seriously. If I met myself, I would not date me. I'm terrible. So yeah, of course, I do, actually, all the time. Have you ever worked yourself sick? Possibly. And I say this because several years ago now, back when I was still working, I ended up with pretty severe pneumonia. Didn't even realize it until I was so sick I literally couldn't breathe and had to rush to the hospital. I didn't have to stay there, thank goodness. They gave me medications and sent me home with orders not to go back to work for some time. But I still went to the Nine Inch Nails concert because fuck missing that. But I think that might have been a result, at least in part, of work. working too hard, not having enough, you know, energy for it. It's complicated. I don't know that had a direct effect on it, though. I'm not sure about this one. But I'm gonna say yes, because even if I never actually worked myself sick, I worked while I was sick all the time. Do you ever have racing thoughts that make it difficult for you? Oh my god. How did you know? My mind will not settle the fuck down and let me sleep when I try to go to bed. That's why I sit in this chair and do shit until my brain is like, fuck this, I'm out, and zonks off. That's what I do. That's how I sleep. It's not healthy. It's not good for my body or my mind. But that's how I function right now. For so many reasons. Not the least of which is my healing fucking legs. They make it very difficult to sleep in my bed. But this, yes. This has been me my entire life. Are you afraid to ask? No, I'm not afraid to ask for help. I don't feel like I need help right now. I mean, beyond the obvious. There are things I can't do, and thus other people have to do them for me. But this is known, and I'm not afraid to ask for help when I need it. I know that I need help right now because there's a lot of shit that I can't do. You feel like people often criticize you. I feel like they probably do, even if I don't hear it or see it directly, you know? I feel like people be talking shit behind my back. A lot. And they're not wrong for that. But at the same time, they don't really understand what's going on with me. They only know what I project, you know? They don't know the full story about anything. So, yeah, I think they probably do. And I don't think they realize what they're criticizing. So I don't blame them for it, but I think it does happen a lot. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? Sometimes a little bit, yes. It's kind of funny because right now, my one and only true friend for the longest time now, we're having sort of a debate. Not a debate so much as a disagreement, I guess, over political shit. I don't like to talk about politics anyway, because I think they're too divisive. I don't think anyone's telling you the truth about anything ever. And that goes for all of them, not one side or the other, but all of them are not ever telling the whole truth. Not one of them ever says what they actually mean and genuinely do. You know, they're all lying. Period. So I don't like to talk about politics because they're all liars. But she is extremely liberal, democratic leaning, and I am highly conservative. Very much consider myself to be Republican. But with the understanding that they're not right about everything either. And what I would actually prefer is if we could have a system of government where actually people have compromises about things instead of being like, I'm right and you're wrong. No, you're wrong and I'm right. You know, I hate that shit. I wish we could get past that in our political climate and just in life in general. Some things are right and wrong, black and white, and that's just all there is to it. But for the most part, these issues we fight over are gray. Nobody's 100% right about everything all the time. I don't care how smart you are, or how well educated you are, or how much you know about life, you're not going to be right all the time. And that goes doubly true for politicians who are out of touch with reality that their subjects, that the citizens are living under. My dad and I talk about that all the time, about how out of touch politicians are with the real world. But I feel like she judges me a little bit because I think that Republicans are, right now at least, the stronger and better party for the country, if only because they're not completely loco. I don't mean to offend if you're a Democrat. I don't hate you personally. I just think that the Democratic political party right now is insane. I think they're displaying cult-like behavior, and that it's not good for anybody. Not that that doesn't happen with Republicans as well, because it does. I'm not denying that. But anyway, yes, I feel like I get judged because of what I can't do by certain people, and because of my political beliefs. Do you ever wonder what your purpose in life is? Yeah, I do. A lot, because I thought I was going to raise a family. That clearly didn't happen. Thought I was going to be a housewife and mother. That was what I wanted to do for my entire life. Once I gave up on the idea of being a ballerina, that's what I wanted to do. Clearly that's not happening, so what am I supposed to do? I really don't know. I feel like I'm out of time to do anything because I'm almost 40, and I don't have anything to show for my life. I haven't accomplished anything at all worth doing, frankly. I'm nobody. If you could, yes, turn back time for any reason, which abso-fucking-lutely. There are not a lot of points in my life where I would like to go back and say, hey, fuckface, this is stupid, do that instead. But there are a few key points where I really wish I could do that to myself. Just like, hey, yo, look, this guy, slow down because he's a dumbass, and, you're gonna regret it later big time. Or, hey, you, this is a stupid, thing to be doing for a job. You need to stop this and look into the IT field instead. If I had done that 10 years ago, where would I be right now, you know? But I didn't, because I was stupid. So yeah, there's a few things that I would go back and change if I could. Not many. But there's a list of stuff I would be like, yo, you're stupid, don't do this. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? Not many. I basically just told you all the ones that I have. So, there are only a few. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? A little. Just because I always feel like I'm going to be prejudged by my weight, or my physical limitations, or, you know, my lack of whatever. Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? No, not particularly. I mean, I can't right now because they're still covered up for winter and we haven't taken that down yet, but no, from where I'm sitting here on my computer desk, I can frequently look out the window and see the moon high in the sky. I might see a few stars if it's dark enough outside and there's no moonlight. It's a nice view. Especially now that the dilapidated house that was there is gone. Now I got a clear shot of the night sky from a window. It's really nice. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you're certain that you've already locked them? No. My dad does that. I mean, he doesn't double check shit. He might, I don't know. But he's the one who takes care of this stuff. I trust him, so I don't worry about it. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? You know, I used to feel that way. Back when I was a child, for example. Or back when, especially, I was going through my breakup. It felt like it took forever for me to get out of that pit. And in a lot of ways it did. But generally speaking, no. I feel like life is actually moving much too quickly. I feel, even though I'm not old. I'm not 40 quite yet. I'm almost there. But I'm not old. I sometimes feel like I'm running out of time, which doesn't make any sense because I'm not old yet. Maybe not running out of time in general, but just specifically to get my life together. And I know that's not true. I know people pull their shit together at ages far beyond where I am right now. They start new careers and they find new loves and they even find new families they didn't expect. Much older than I am right now. So I know that that's not true, but it often feels that way. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? That's what I just said. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No. No. I mean, I'm usually sleeping when I'm home alone, so it doesn't bother me in the slightest. And that's usually during the day, so I'm doubly fine with it. Do you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? Yes, absolutely, I think so. And not just in my personal interactions either. I'm constantly thinking about how I can do this to make this person's day better, or how I can do this thing to make some project that's interesting or worthwhile, or, you know, how can I help this? How can I do that? I'm always thinking about something. But specifically with relation to other people, I try to be thoughtful. When I'm giving gifts, even though I have no money to spend on them, I always try to think of what would be meaningful for them, what would they enjoy, you know? I try. I don't just give meaningless trinkets. I try to actually stop and think what they would appreciate. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? No. Absolutely not. I am going to be the very first person to tell you, I don't care about looks, or money, or visual markers of success, or, what do you call them, status symbols. They mean nothing to me. They're just stuff. The only thing that really matters is what's inside your heart. That's it. That's the only thing that's important. The rest of it's just extra shit that's meaningless in the end. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? I have once or twice, only because they looked like... Okay, here's a specific example. A couple of them. From places I used to work at. I'm not gonna name them, but thrift stores. No specific one, because there's different ones in town. And one of them is now completely shut down. There were people who would frequently come in there, and I remember one woman specifically one time. Can't even remember what she looked like, don't know what her ethnicity was, don't remember anything about her appearance, other than what she was wearing, which was, okay, first of all, she was heavy, like me. Maybe not as heavy as I am, but she was definitely up there a bit, okay? She wasn't no 120-pounder. Big girl like myself, dressed in some little half-shirt thing, with all her stuff hanging out, and then on her bottom, she had a pair of these little, like, booty-cut shorts, these little Daisy Duke type shorts, with all of that hanging out, and she just looked disgusting. Not because she was disgusting, I'm sure she was a lovely person, I don't know her from anybody, but just the way that she was presenting herself looked terrible. And I don't judge her for being a specific way, but I question her judgment on dressing like that, you know? It's not so much me judging them as a person as questioning why they would choose to wear that in public. It all goes... And then there was a time that I was working at a different thrift store. There was a lady in there, and she had, like, just a straight bathing suit. One of those one-piece deals. With no shorts, no shoes, no shirt, nothing. Just walking around like that. And I actually think that's why I got fired, because I kind of couldn't help my reaction, and made the mistake of mentioning this to another customer, who turned out to be this woman's friend. So, anyway, I just question why people choose to go out in public looking like they should be, you know, in their home. They're not even dressed half the time, and I'm like, why do you do that? Don't you have any self-respect? So I don't judge them as a person so much as I judge or question their own judgment. Like, why are you doing that? Respect yourself more than that, okay? At least pretend like you care how you look to the world around you. I'm not saying we should go back to the days when people wear three-piece suits, where men wear three-piece suits everywhere, and women wear dresses down to their ankles. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, put a tiny little bit of effort into your appearance before you leave the house. You're wearing pajamas. Throw on sweatpants. Okay? Just grab a t-shirt, sweatpants. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. But just make sure your parts are covered. And just don't wear pajamas in public. That's all I want people to do. Other than that, I don't care what you wear. Just be modest and actually get dressed. That's it. That's all I ask. So, maybe a tiny bit, but not in like a mean way. Just dress better. Do you consider yourself to be a high maintenance? Absolutely not. I was just talking about how little I care for the trappings of status. I'm not difficult to get along with. I'm not hard to please. I'll take really anything. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? Yeah, when I was a kid. My two nieces, who are 2 and 4 years apart from me respectively, were terrible to me. Were terrible to me when we were little. One specific incident that I remember to this day and have never forgotten because it was so traumatizing was when the older one actually bit my shoulders so bad that we had to go to the hospital for it. I don't remember recovering from it. I don't remember that process of healing at all, but I remember that we had to do that because she bit me. But it wasn't just that incident. There were lots of times that they called me terrible names. They were mean to me. So yeah, I was. Have you ever been a bully to someone you care about? No. I've never been a bully to anyone. Do you keep your low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? I have a low profile in general. I don't try to have one, I just do. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? To an extent, but you can't really always do that. And it's just because I don't like being surrounded by crowds of people that I don't know. Which is ironic, considering that the best concert experience I ever had was being smashed up against the barriers at the stage by people behind me. But concerts are a special exception. Well, to an extent I do, yes. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Sometimes, yes, because sometimes I'm not good company. And then other times, I want to be around them, and it's like, I can't because they're too busy. Does making phone calls make you uncomfortable? Absolutely. I hate calling people. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I don't understand why, but I would rather text somebody or have a face-to-face conversation than ever talk to someone on the phone. I never answer my phone unless I know who's calling me. And I don't actively call people. I just don't do it. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they did something that bothers you? People generally don't do things that bother me that much. But if they did, I probably wouldn't say much about it, to be honest. Because it doesn't matter to me in the end, ultimately. They're gonna go their way and I'm gonna go mine, and we'll probably never see each other again, so. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? No. I like making plans with people. And then I get disappointed when they don't follow through. So, take that as you will. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? I don't have the energy to be motivated right now, my dude. I can't. Do you ever feel like fear that you're failing those who care about you most? All the time! See my previous rant about not being able to get a job and this and that and the other. I don't drive. I don't have a license. We don't even have a car. So I don't know the answer to this question. But I'm going to guess, based on what I know as a passenger for my entire life about how other people drive, that the answer to this would be yes. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Yes, I am. Not because of an innate fear of where I am, or of being alone, but because the world is not a safe place. Traveling alone is not smart. There are terrible people out there lying in wait to do terrible things to people who don't have any protection or anyone with them or any help around them. It's foolish to go to new places alone. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Ever? Like my entire life? As in when I was a kid? Because yes, I had a security blanket when I was young, and I don't remember whatever happened to that thing, but it ended up getting ratty and it got holes in it because I used to chew and suck on it, like to fall asleep or whatever. I didn't have a pacifier, to my knowledge. It was a blanket that I had, but I would drag it around everywhere with me. So yeah, I used to do that when I was little. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? I mean, you're Destiny, so... Well, based on the answers you provided me so far, yes. If I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M, doesn't it? Technically, no. It starts with an A, but no one calls me by that name. The name people do call me by does start with M. Interesting. Allow me to guess further. Your name is... Mark. That's correct. No? You don't even have the right gender there, bro. To be honest, I was just taking a wild guess. Yeah, I figured it. All you humans look alike to me. To think that I can get your name. Funny. Does being surrounded around animals bring you a sense of peace? Absolutely. Animals are the best. I love they're awesome. Even watching them on TV makes me feel more at peace. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? No. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? No. If anything, I want to be closer to them, and yet they make it hard for me to do that. I'm going to have to stop you there. Why? What'd I do? The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You could try to lie, but you'd be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. That was shorter than I expected. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Oh, okay. Are we going to do a Rorschach Test? You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Oh, that's cool. I kind of immediately went to chaos. Even though it's not chaotic at all, it's very clearly ordered. What word word do you feel describes this picture best? What do you think this picture is called? Ooh, that's a cool name. I like that name. Very interesting. Moving on. Ooh. I like the colors of this one. But it doesn't make me feel very happy. What word do you feel describes this picture best? I would say stuck. Those look like webs to me. I think this picture is called. I see. Next we have this one. What emotion is most present in this picture? These are very reminiscent of waves and droplets of water falling onto rain falling onto water. What word do you feel describes this picture best? What do you think it's called? Ah, that's actually a good name. I like that. Noted. Take a look at this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Well, it's a door opening, clearly. Or maybe a window. I'm gonna go Joy again because it feels like the start of something new. You feel describes this picture best? Just open. What do you think this picture is called? A rabbit hole, that's cute. Ah, Dimension Door! I like that. It's a spell from D&D too, by the way. Yeah, that makes sense. That's peculiar. Well, too bad! And how about this one? Ooh. Ooh, that's awesome. Those are like lightning bolts. Lightning. Yes, that's the first thing I said. These are all great names, let's be honest here. I like Energy Crown, though. I will make a note of that. And this here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I honestly don't feel much for this one here. Doesn't spark anything in me. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Shrouded. Because you can't really see what's going on. What do you think this is called? Shiny light makes sense to me because there's a bright star right there. I see. Now this one. Ooh. That's cool. Looks pretty chaotic though, doesn't it? Looks like a lot of stuff is happening in there. Do you feel describes this picture best? I see what you did there. But no, this feels, I think these just smacked into each other, or they're about to. What do you think it's called? Probably this one. Because this might indeed be exactly how new things are formed in space. How about this? Whoa. That's pretty awesome, actually. Kinda wish I could see the whole thing without any of the foreground stuff, though. That's cool. I'm gonna say chaos again. Because that looks like a wild stuff happening in there. What word describes this picture best? These are all good choices. I like brimstone. I'm not sure why. What do you think this picture is called? I like this. Inferno Gate. Sounds cool. That's interesting that you say that. How about this one here? Well, there's a lot of these, aren't there? Ooh. Again, I don't know if it's the ripple effect or the colors in this one, but this feels like a relaxing image to me. What word describes this picture? analyzing is a good one for this. What do you think it's called? Ooh, these are all cool names again. I like that because this is how it just... I don't know, something about it. This feels like a dreamlike image to me. I will make note of that. Now this one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I'm gonna have to go with chaos again. What do you feel describes this picture? I like this. Warp is a good one. What do you think this is called? Interesting. Take a look at this. Whoa. Now this really does feel like a more chaotic fractal image. What do you feel describes this picture? It does look like a puzzle, doesn't it? Like all of these pieces would fit back together if you turned them the right way. What do you think it's called? I broke you. Deciphering, though. I like that. It fits with the puzzle imagery. Huh. We're almost done. Whoa. See, again, I don't like this image as much as some of the others. It feels oppressive for some reason. I feel describes this picture best. Viscous. That's the word, yes. It feels like it would cling to you and pull you down, like the webbing type picture before. What do you think this is called? The sludge, definitely. Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Oh, wow. You know, this is like a meditative image in my mind. This feels like a meditative focus. Crown, definitely. What do you think this is called? Ah, solar blade. Yeah, that's a yeah. I see that. Definitely. All right then. Just a few more. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I like this one. I'd be curious to know what the artists were representing with these images. They are beautiful. Every single one of them is striking in its own way. I think this is cold. Ooh. It looks like there's somebody in there. So yeah, we'll go with that. That's surprising. Almost finished. This one definitely feels chaotic to me. The nebula was what came to my mind when I looked at it. Yeah, that's definitely feels like, yeah. Very good. Last one. What emotion is most present in this picture? That's neat. I like this one. It almost feels like a birth, doesn't it? Or not. Okay. But I like choir. I think this is called The Sound of Silence. Nice. More like notes of harmony, I would say. I think that about wraps it up. Your answers have been documented well. Deep into your subconscious they dwell. But I am not finished with you just yet. There are still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. One year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of more obligation. They plan to keep the money all for themselves as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Honestly, I would be a little upset that they didn't choose to share it with everybody else, because lottery jackpots are more money than anybody will ever spend in their entire life. We know this. But angry because they should share. It's too much money. I would give money to everybody and their mother if I won the lottery. Because I could never spend it all. And even if I could, I wouldn't want to. Very well. And what would you do in this situation? Oh, those are terrible. I mean, I wouldn't do anything to act on that, but I would be upset with them. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the winning money with your least favorite family member who bought you? Yes, of course! I see. Now, you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Alongside the money, there lies a blood-stained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does it make you feel? A little bit anxious. Why is there blood? And what was the note trying to say? And what would you wish to do in this situation? Call the police. Seriously, it might be evidence of a crime. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? No, because it might still be evidence of a crime. Interesting. Devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep, and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. Well, he could fuck right off. Unless he's Crowley, then we can talk. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does it make you feel? None of the above? But just get thee behind me, Satan. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly believe the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you that of his offers in exchange for your soul, to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose? None. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't want that either. I mean, this would be nice, but no. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, did you? No. I'm not taking the deal. I'm not doing it. I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. Sometimes I almost wish that would happen. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? I don't want the world to end. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse is coming in 10 years from now, and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Of course. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years, and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and that he had to promote the other employees in favor for a friend. How does it make you feel? Angry. Betrayed. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. Uh-oh. What would you do in this situation? None of these. Well, this, but also this. I would go find a new job, and I would report them. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept this? No. Absolutely not. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does it make you feel? Anxious. And what do you think you'd do in this situation? Lock the doors and call the police. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answers change at all? Are we talking a demon or a Wendigo here? Because there's a far cry difference between those two creatures. But yeah, probably. I don't think the cops can handle that. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there is currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you'll be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You will need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again, just being kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. No, I'm not either. Absolutely not. Let me die. Fuck that. That's no way to live. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life? There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before, pursue more from life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? That is kind of a motivating thought, actually. Noted. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since its birth. 3 years have passed, and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal. Oh no! You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend until one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside to find that your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out on his front lawn, joyously playing with your dog. Aww. He's been named Johnny, and he and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy, about your age. But now he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're together again." Oh, are you serious? Come to find out, your elderly neighbor suffered from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, is his old dog from his childhood and coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. Aww. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy and well looked after, and you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that this is his dog, take Johnny home with you, or would you let him keep the dog and choose to... Oh my god, how could I take him away? It's clear the dog is super happy and loves his life. And I'm right there to see him whenever I want. And if perchance this neighbor should pass on before the dog does, I'll simply take him back. You know? No harm, no foul. Sometimes our pets walk paths that we don't know about, and we're just there to help them on that way. Does this story make you sad? A little, but not as much as you might think. Not really, no. It's got too much of a happy ending. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone? And potentially, yes, I can, actually. Next question. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Okay. Now let's also say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit from the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You're bound to whichever you choose until your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. You know what? Fuck that guy. Seriously? The police are going to catch him regardless, because they always do. Do you think you have what it takes inside of you to drive your killer insane? No, I don't. I really don't think I'd do that to somebody. No matter how awful they were to me. Justice will find its way in the end. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? Sure. Why shouldn't it be possible? If this situation happened to a family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you want them to choose? Same thing. Next question. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room in an unfamiliar bed. You look into the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You've looked as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says press play, so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all of your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years, you've repeated the same day over and over again. Oh, okay. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last for more than 24 hours, so each day while you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. So it's Memento, basically, is what you're telling me. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue to progress your life even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you have been, repeating the same day over and over again and living in ignorant bliss. I would want to watch the video. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you, even though they felt like, yes, I would be upset? If your best friend were in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth, or would you repeat, I would tell the truth? I will take note of your answer. You've come to find through frantic digging in the attic and the reading of old files and newspapers that your parents are famed psychologists. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents, once the trance had worn off, that they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. 2 psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising the child to be a fully functional adult while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child to avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Would you resent your parents? No. What better life could I have had? Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance? Yes. Would you feel betrayed? Probably a little bit at first, yes. Would you confront them about the articles you found? I probably would, yes. If you were in your parents' position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? I just might. Interesting. I have one final scenario for you before you move on. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that is left of are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their paths, in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive this harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight, and in order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now, you have a few choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? You know what? What am I going to do? Eat all that food? It's going to go bad. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? No? Who does that help? If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? This is like Fallout. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot, but they refused to share it with you, would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? I mean, I fucked up, didn't I? Very interesting. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there, which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Will you be selfish, or is your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most, or be abandoned by the person you love most? Been there, done that. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond with you? Would you rather find $10,000 and get to keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? Share the love. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but had no way of proving it? Oof. Oof, these are both horrible. Because I can never cheat. I just wouldn't do it. Would you rather get rich through illegal means, or be poor but live on... You know what? Fuck no. Press a button that would kill you. Oh my god. Why do you ask these kinds of questions? I mean, as much as I love animals and my pets specifically, let's assume that this is going to be, they'll never even know what happened to them. Animal lives are precious beyond belief, but human lives are infinitely more so. Sorry, pets. Would you rather get fired or have to fire your friends? I'd rather get fired. It's happened before. Oh god. Oh god. These are both... You know what? Lesser of two evils here. Well, we'll go with step-sibling. We're not blood relatives. Save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000... Oh my god. Oof. This is the train car... This is the trolley car dilemma. Sometimes you gotta be a little selfish. Rather get free food or rescue a starving child? Who are you? That's a stupid question. Would you rather be rich but without family? But oh man, these are too easy. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy but have to destroy the money immediately? What? This doesn't make sense. Assuming I'm going to get away with it. I don't know. That's silly. Oh, man. I'd rather serve in the military. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles below? Don't we all already do this anyway? Would you rather have sex for the remainder of your life or have to never have sex for the... Oh! Or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? I mean, neither of these is ideal. But, I mean, if masturbation counts, we're good to go, right? Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years to make a full recovery, or addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Alcoholism is much worse. And a lifetime addiction would be much worse. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved, youthful body and have to watch your friends hopefully die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? Screw it. I don't want to watch people I love die around me when I don't have a choice. No, fuck that. Would you rather sacrifice all your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice your parents? Oh my god. I mean, I don't have friends. I only have one parent left, so... Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise? I know. I'm a glutton for punishment. I would rather get punched by a nun, thank you very much. Lose all the money you... You know what? I haven't earned any money, so easy choice. Nah, dude, I'm broke. I need that guaranteed money. Would you rather know how you die or when you'll die? I guess when. How would have me looking over my shoulder constantly. When, at least I would know. Would you rather be blind but able to see crystal clear underwater, or be deaf always? They can fix this. So, I'll take deaf. Would you rather give all internet and social media but be able to travel the world, or have the best... You know what? Shit. This is a hard one. Travel the world for free? Damn, bro. I'm okay with losing social media because I don't give a shit about it. But the internet, I need that, okay? I need that to exist, basically. So I'm going to have to stay and never leave home. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals or walk barefoot through a pitch-black, snake-infested corridor? Ooh. Are any of the snakes venomous? There's actually a trick to doing this. This is a thing that actually happens to people. This is something people do. The snakes could be venomous. They might bite even if they're not. I think the coals would be better here. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death, or the executioner charged to killing? Oh my god. I'd rather be the judge. Have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you. Oh my god. I already have bad luck. I'm not sure this didn't already happen to me. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredible? You know what? Neither of these is great. I feel like this would be an easier thing for me to handle, though. High-paying job that you despise, low-paying... You know what? You've already asked me this before. I will always take the work that I love over the work that I hate but pays better. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles? I mean, who cares? Would you rather find $5 in your pocket, or have to grab 100 out of the public? You know what? Give me the hundo. Sanitization exists. And who's to say I can't wear gloves? Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100... Oh, god damn. If I had to choose, I'd have to have the books. Honestly, 20 minutes later, 2 hours early. I'm already late. Dead body or witness to an assault? Oh god. I'd rather find the body, thanks. I know this sounds incredibly morbid, but violence is... No. I just... Real life violence makes me extremely uncomfortable. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future... I'd change my past, bro. One really great friend... Fuck that. Obviously. Lose all your teeth or lose one day of your life every time you kiss someone. You know what? I'm already doing this, so fuck it. Win the lottery and lose a ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery. I don't have a worst enemy, but if I did, fuck those people. Oh, I'd rather have true love. Jobs come and go. Love should last forever. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a rewind? That's a good one. I'm gonna say pause, because it would give me more time to ruminate over things before I had to make a decision. Or maybe it would pause things so that I could, you know, heal and then go back to normal, and I don't know. Maybe I could rewind it when back got fucked up and not fall down. Let's go with that. Would you rather drown or be boiled? Oh my god. Drown in gasoline or boil in water? They say drowning is easy compared to other ways to die, traumatically speaking. Drowning is an easier death than the alternative. You know, if I made a new friend every day, pretty damn soon I would run out of people to make friends with, and I would have no time to do anything. Give me the money. Sorry. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? Are you... Does that... Really? Really? Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you to find... Be hated for something you didn't do, or have hurt everyone you care about that will never find out it was you? I couldn't do that. I would know. Oh, God! Why are you even asking this? Alcohol exists, right? Would you rather only eat food you don't like or give all breakfast except for water? Oh, God. These both suck. But this is much better. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume or just... What? I'd go deaf pretty damn quick if I did that. Meet your hero and find they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all. I've actually done that. But, it's not that important to me, really. Would you rather not have a pet for the rest of your life, or never have friends? Fuck people. Fuck people. Animals are better anyway. Would you rather live in excruciating pain, or live pain-free, but everyone... Oh, God. I mean, this is already me, so fuck it. Thank you for answering my questions, but you're not yet done. For we have made it through many categories, except for one. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heartbeat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn of all you love and bathe in all your hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. These are the last questions I have, the last examination. Take your time, do think hard, savor every moment dearly. For when I am finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. I feel volatile. A lot. Choose a word. Curious. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? No. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? Not purposefully. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yes, I've done that. Have you ever intentionally... No. God, no. I could never... No. No. Have you ever blamed someone for something you know they didn't know? Have you ever abandoned a pet? Abandoned? No. Had to give up? Yes. And it hurt. It still hurts a little. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? No. But I've had them turn away from me when I wanted to help them and couldn't because I didn't know what was happening with them. Have you ever stolen something from something you cared about? No, I haven't even stolen from people I don't care about. Have you ever broken something to spite someone? No. I'm not a mean person. Have you ever played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged? No. Not that I know of. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? No, I don't think so. Attraction, yes, but not actual feelings. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who has wronged you? No. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? Absolutely not. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause their death, would you write down anyone's name? So now we're playing Death Note. I'm gonna say the same thing I said to a similar question before. How would I choose? And if I could only do it one time, I mean, how would I choose? There are too many, far too many, who would probably be better off taken out of the world early, for whatever reason. I can never choose just one person who, quote-unquote, deserved to die. Because there are quite a few people who probably do. But I can never choose just one. So, no. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently... Yes, I was talking about this before. I want to, but they're always too busy for me, I guess. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? I don't think so. Maybe when I was a stupid kid, but not in my adult life. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Yes, I do. It's a problem that I have. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? No, not really. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Sometimes, yeah, I do. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision-making too much? No. My life, my choice, fuck off. Do you ever wish you... No, I live as honestly as I'm capable of. I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal. I don't harm people and deny it. I don't do shit like that. Has you... No, I'm not a dishonest... I don't do that. Have you ever had someone in your life leave you before you... leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? I'm gonna say no. Whether it was relationship ending or the death of a loved one, no. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? No, I don't let myself do that. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you the most? No. But primarily because nobody does need me. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something you're not truly passionate about? I'm not working toward much of anything, so no. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? Absolutely not. I know I'm not. Oh wait, I think I flubbed that question. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that you truly want? I do sometimes. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? I'm gonna say no. I've failed at a lot of stuff. But I tried it. And I'm always open to trying new things. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? No. I've only had this happen. I've only been in one relationship in my entire life. I know how lame that makes me sound, but it's hard for me to meet people. But, I honestly haven't been that attracted to very many people either. So, do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Not really. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? No. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? No. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? Not more than, but equal to. You ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you just don't want to go? No. I like going out with the places with people. And if I didn't want to go, I would just tell them, look, I can't do this, I'm sorry. You ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? Yes. Because we never see each other. That's the only reason. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? I don't believe so. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? Sometimes I do, yes. I'm a bit stubborn when it comes to this kind of thing. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? No. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence? No. Have you ever had sex with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? Technically, yes. But at the time, I didn't realize it, so no. Have you had any kind of relationship with someone whom you knew shouldn't? No, I haven't. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? No. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? Yes, of course. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something you did? Not that I think of. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? No. Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? Yes. Have you ever walked out of someone's life with no explanation? No. I would never do that to somebody. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have rather than be grateful for what you do have? I try really hard not to do that. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but you didn't have the courage to stand up for them? Not that I can remember. And finally, do you feel like you're a good person? At heart, yes, I believe that I am. Very interesting. That concludes the ending to your examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyze your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you of your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst of news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I am forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me. In return, I shall share this with you. This is what I see. Well, this is as clear as day. There is a big piece to life's grand puzzle that you are missing on a daily basis. There are bridges in your life that have been collapsed either by your own doing or by someone else, but either way, this has affected you more than you may realize. Judging from the looks of things, you really need to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a long while. It doesn't matter how the conversation will end up going. It doesn't matter if it will be boring, pleasant, or painful. What matters most is that you spend the time having this conversation with them because there's something very valuable that you're going to learn by talking to them. You're going to get a certain feeling, a certain emotion. Focus not on what they say, but how they make you feel. That emotion is the key to your next step in life. Take a little bit of time out of your day to get in contact. You'll be very thankful that you did. I think you'll be very surprised by just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is solace. Remember this word, this will come in handy. If you received an ending that you've already seen before from previous examinations, remember we did not ask you your secret words to be prior to taking this test. So that should be very telling. It means something very special. Okay. If your result was the same as something you've gotten before, we'd like you to add the phrase twin words next to your secret word in the comments. It wasn't. If you received an entirely new outcome, that means you've got multiple layers of your things to work on in your journey, or you may just have an extra layer of depth to your personality, but only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions, you've found deeper meanings. You've been enlightened and you've helped others find enlightenment. Many people have wondered just what the test series is truly about. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection in your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity, about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of the thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. The world judges one another based on so many variables. But they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. Aren't they, though? We judge each other and are judged ourselves by our peers who do the same exact shit that they judge us for in the end. Thank you! I'm always talking about how hypocritical people are, myself included at times. And that we judge them for too. Yep, exactly. You feel flawed because you are flawed. You feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We are losing loved ones before their time. And any one of us can fall on the hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. We're all flawed because we're all human. We're all scared because we're all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we're all human. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all of the secret words that have been gathered that match yours. Look at all of the words that don't match yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know not of yours either. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they spread. We've read how many people say that their lives are forever changed, and I'll tell you one thing. If even one life was saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting, and every single one of you that left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you help spread the message out to others. You helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people have you to thank for it. There are so many people in this world who do nothing for others, and they'll continue doing nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand that someone is suffering just as much as they are, that they're just too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? Yeah, I would say so. We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We are brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random Studios would like to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits in the end of this game so the world knows of your good deeds in spreading the word and participating, but we've also got another surprise for you. Everyone who has left a comment on our titles and continues to do so on future titles will be put into the credits of our new massive project that we've been working on, but that's not the good part. We will also be going through and selecting names from those who leave comments on all of our titles and putting the names right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item, a piece of the lore, or a character named after them, and much more. Oh, that's really cool. You've contributed your time and energy and helped others in need. We want to make sure that you're commemorated for your efforts and get the admiration you deserve. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You will plug your secret words into different parts of your journey when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a very unique wow, that's very cool. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on every human emotion and the decisions we make and how those decisions make us feel. And I'm going to play the hell out of that. Keep an eye out in the future for our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all our titles will be represented with a storyline and the world will get to see how they all tie in together. That's cool. You helped shape it. You helped make it what it is. And we will be sure to continue to add more and more players into the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left in our titles, all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who participated across all our titles, we will be periodically selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us, and everything you continue to do for the world. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do, thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. That's awesome. If any one of these games saved even one life, it was all worth it, and that means you're part of that. You're a part of saving someone's life. Most people will live their entire lives never having done anything special like that. Even if you didn't particularly find anything useful yourself from this series, just by spreading the word, you've helped others who do find something beneficial from this series, who really could use the help in their time of need, as shown in the plethora of positive and inspirational comments we left in the series as a whole. So I think you're spreading the word and helping to so many people who really truly need it. Some will go their entire lives living selfishly, never really think of figuring to help someone unless the person benefits themselves. Sure, you've met some people like that in your life, and that's okay. There's a place for all types of people in the world. We need people to create balance. I think so too. We need the selfish to be selfish with the selfish. We need to go with the bad. We need the happiness with the sadness. We need it all in order to appreciate what we have and what we don't have. But these games help people, and that means you've helped people. If you'd like to comment, you're part of this. If you continue to leave comments, you continue to be part of this. If you've shared this, you helped someone. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself and read some of the words people have left for the rest of the world to see. Look at the joy and positivity you helped to spread throughout the world in such a dark, dark time where people are sick and dying, people are separated by both difference and indifference. The one thing we all have in common is that we're all human inside. It doesn't matter where we came from, how we grew up, what we've been through, what our opinions and preferences are, what we enjoy, what we dislike, how we judge and are judged. In the end, we're all human, we all feel. We all have the same thoughts, the same feelings and emotions, and each and every person living amongst us has their own lives. Each person is the center of their own universe. Each individual has their own family, their own friends, their own circle. They mean something to the world. They mean something to someone. Even when they don't feel like they do, trust me, you do. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for encouraging other people to be a part of this. Thank you for spreading something so uniting in such a divisive world. Thank you for opening your heart and mind in order to create acceptance not only for everyone else but for yourself as well. Even our differences, we aren't so different after all, and we're all in the world together. Let's make it a happy stay for everyone. And I'm just reading that too fast, but that's how that I had to. Sorry. That was actually very, very sweet. And I hope that... Yes, Markiplier. Amen to that. I love Mark and his videos. And I really do mean that. We hope you get to punch a nun at some point. Oh, that's awesome. No, but he's seriously an amazing person. I admire him and I actually try to be like him as much as I can. Because he's a good guy. And the world needs more people like him in it. So, I try to be like Mark. I admit it. Not with my videos necessarily, but just with my personality and my... As a side note to anyone and everyone who has taken the time to be here, we have also developed a game titled The Testing Chamber, which can be considered connected to the test trilogy in a very special way. So feel free to check that out, as we think it's quite a unique experience. If I had the money, I totally would. If you enjoyed what the test trilogy had to offer, then we truly believe that you'll love the playstyle of the Testing Chamber. As it takes everything its predecessors offered and amplifies the experience to an unprecedented degree. That sounds awesome. We genuinely hope that you give the Testing Chamber a chance, as we spent countless hours of passion and development making it what it is, and we hope after playing it that it means as much to you as it does to us. In the meantime, we would like to recommend our title called The Advisor to you. We feel that it provides a great opportunity for player-developer interaction and allows players to cast their vote on where the story should head. Okay, cool. It's a choices matter style of game that's never been done before, as you, the player, are responsible for how the story is written in future episodes. That's really awesome. I like that idea. Thank you for listening to us pour our hearts out about our passion projects. We put a lot of time and effort into what we build, and we just want the same thing that everyone else wants in life, a chance. With that being said, keep a hold of your secret words. You're gonna need them for when you're chasing demons. Cool. Very cool. Love it. Oh? I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from blackened rose. She loves me. Don't do this. She loves me not. She loves me. This is ridiculous. Are you serious right now? Please, I beg of you. She loves me not. Gah! She loves me. She loves me not. She will never love a monster like you. So let her choice take its toll. And then her cell. May she rot. Ooh, what? Oh yeah, I'll be checking that out, no doubt about it. That's really cool, though. I think I have a couple of these other games because I bought the bundle when I grabbed these games, because I really wanted to play the test series. But there were some other stuff in there too. They've done a lot of games. And I will check out as many of them as I can. As I have funds to do so, I will check those out. That's awesome. These guys have struck a seriously resonant chord with me, and I am very happy to get more stuff. Or see more stuff. I'm so sorry. I'd love to view this list, but I really don't have the time to sit through it right now. This video is already 2 hours long. Wow. That's longer than the first two. And I just can't. I'm sorry. Thank you to all those people, of course, but I can't. It's too much time for me to take. Anyway, that was very interesting. There's really only one person that I could think of that I would reach out to, but I've tried that before and gotten a response, so I don't know if I'll go with that or not. But anyway, it was an interesting experience nonetheless. As always, thanks for watching me. If you stuck through this entire video, congratulations. I hope you did this after you took the test yourself. Should have said that at the beginning of the game, but you know how this works by now. Anyway, I'm gonna check out their other stuff as soon as I can and get back to you with more of that and some other stuff coming on later too. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.